Democrats still pushing to address health care concerns, and Republican leaders saying those talks could happen after the government reopens. And in the meantime, the White House still warning of cuts to federal programs.
Thousands of federal workers are under the threat of layoffs as part of a cost-cutting move by the Trump administration during the government shutdown.
Nobody wants to do that, but sometimes in government you have to make tough decisions.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says the administration is also looking at agencies she says are a waste of taxpayer dollars. President Trump has described the shutdown as a great opportunity to eliminate Democrats' priorities.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Well, earlier, President Trump setting a new deadline for Hamas to accept a U.S. plan for ending the war in Gaza, 6 Eastern, Sunday evening.
The president has made it very clear to Hamas that this is an acceptable and detailed proposal that they must accept, or the consequences are going to be very grave for them.
White House spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt calling it a red line. The president's post about the deadline warning in all capital letters there will be peace in the Middle East one way or another. Well, we're just getting reports that Hamas is out with a statement agreeing to some elements of the peace plan, including reportedly releasing the hostages.
The headline story coming from this report from the Reuters news agency is that Hamas says it will agree to release all Israeli hostages. That's alive or dead. That's 48 individuals.
Fox's Greg Palcott. Now, the statement says some other elements of the plan require further negotiation. It's not clear whether that would be a deal breaker. A new milestone on Wall Street. The Dow up 238 at the bell, topping 47K earlier. America's listening to Fox News.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
North Carolina's governor signing into law a criminal justice bill that includes more scrutiny of suspects who may pose a risk of violence before bail is determined. This follows the deadly commuter train stabbing of a Ukrainian refugee. The suspect had been arrested multiple times. The family of a California teenager killed in a Cybertruck crash is suing Tesla over her death.
Krista Sukahara and 2 other college students were killed after the driver of the Cybertruck they were in hit a tree in Piedmont, California last November. Krista was 19 years old. In a wrongful death lawsuit, her family alleges she survived the initial accident, suffering only minor injuries in the back seat, but died because Tesla's electronic door handle system trapped her inside the burning vehicle. The complaint claims the doors are connected to a main battery, noting if the power is cut off, the doors may not open, calling the design dangerously defective. The teen's parents believe their daughter either died of smoke inhalation or from the flames, saying her death was preventable.
Fox's Christian Goodwin. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is investigating Tesla's door handles. Today should have been jobs report day, finding out how much hiring happened or didn't in September, but that was delayed by the shutdown.
We want to make sure if this government gets open, we release these numbers.
Labor Secretary Lori Chavez DeRemer tells FBN's Maria Bartiromo the government shutdown that prevented the release of the monthly employment report is frustrating.
As soon as they open this government, we want to get these numbers out so that we can determine what this market looks like.
DeRemer admits the ADP report on September employment by private employers was discouraging, but she's also seeing encouraging signs.
People are clamoring to invest in their workforce. That's the exciting part that I've seen on the ground.
She says they need to work on necessary changes.
Fox's Jenny Cosola. Still a record close for the Dow and the S&P, a retreat for the NASDAQ. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Don't play. 0-2 pitch, slow curveball, swung on and missed, strike 3. Back-to-back off-speed pitches from the veteran right-hander. Taillon, big, strong right-hander, one of the team leaders. Here's the 2-2. Off-speed pitch, strike 3 called. Strikeout number 2 for Jamison Taillon. And the 2-2 to Sheets. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Taillon has put 2 zeros on the board. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 shutout innings for Jamison Taillon. Taillon ready for the payoff pitch. On the way. A little fly ball, shallow left center. Going out is Dansby Swanson. He's got it. 4 shutout innings for Jamison Taillon. A swing and a line drive, center field, shallow. That's going to be a base hit. Everyone moves up 90 feet. Cubs lead 1-0. Pete Crow Armstrong, a bloop single into left center. And now Bush drives one in the air. Deep right field. This ball's got a chance. Gone!
Michael Bush, one of the hottest hitters on the planet, going into this playoff, comes up big in Game 3.
Fairmain, 2 hits tonight. Here's the pitch by Kittredge. A swing and a high fly ball to center. Pete Crow Armstrong is there. He's waiting. He's waiting. He's got it! Pete Crow Armstrong made the catch in relatively deep center field. The Cubs have won the ball game. They have won the National League Wild Card Series battle against San Diego. And Ronnie, not surprisingly, it went right down to the final at-bat.
We were swinging.
Whole lot of that yesterday.
Yes, we were swinging.
For Cubs fans, they made you want to barf in the 9th inning.
Oh, my God.
For everybody else that wanted to see the Cubbies fall, it felt like it was going to happen. But somehow, some way, the Cubs move on into the NLDS against the Brew Crew. It is The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Jamison Taillon, I said maybe he would have to have he would have to have a strong outing yesterday for the Cubs to move on, and he was really good when he was on the mound, man.
He was. I honestly felt like they pulled him a little early.
Yep.
Thought he could have gone a little bit longer. But, the Cubs did yesterday what we've been saying what they have to do. They got some runs early.
Mm-hmm.
Yu Darvish is not his best year.
No.
And you could see it yesterday. He just didn't typically have his stuff. Walked in a run, which is crazy. But they
chased after 1 inning, really. Got 1 full inning in and nobody out in the second when he was finally pulled.
Yep. And so you got those early runs, and then by the time, because once again, the Padres bullpen came in, and you saw, dude, it's a grind.
Yeah.
When they come in. And then they did Cubs things where they're going to make you sweat it out in the 9th inning. Good grief.
Cubs things. The solo homer happened, and then all of a sudden, oh no, here we go. Is this the heartbreak we've been talking about?
2nd and 3rd with 2 outs.
Yeah.
Man, it was just it was rough. But can we just talk about Dansby Swanson defensively?
Yeah, I think it's safe to say Dansby won that game for the Cubs with his glove.
My goodness.
Some incredible plays defensively from Dansby Swanson. One of them was in the highlights there that helped Jamison Taillon have a shutout inning as well, and those highlights courtesy of our sister station, US 105.9. Yeah, Dansby, fantastic. Great the whole series, but just absolutely fantastic for the Cubs yesterday in the field. Now they move on to play the Brewers. First game is tomorrow at 12:30 for pregame. First pitch 1:08 again on our sister station, US 105.9. Bears off this weekend, so no Bears football on Q96. What, if anything, would you like to see game 1 tomorrow? Who would you like to see rather on the mound for the Cubs to start this series?
Well, have they not announced it yet?
I haven't seen it. Doesn't mean it hasn't been announced.
Right. Let me pull it. I got it right here. Let me go ahead and pull it up. Undecided. So the Brewers got Freddie Peralta.
Yeah, not surprising there that Freddie's going to start.
So that's a guy. So then it's really interesting the strategy you go into this first game because you had to fight for that Padres series.
Yeah.
And so do you turn right back around? Do you go back to Boyd? Do you, since they got their ace on the mound, do you kind of just like, okay, who do we got? Who can we throw that? Can this be a bullpen game? Can we do one of those and just see what happens? And then we'll save our guy for game 2.
Well,
and then go from there.
And game 2, it's already been announced. That'll be Monday night, and a little bit later. I think I saw that the first pitch for that one's like 7:45 maybe. But Cubs Brewers is the later game on Tuesday for sure. Out of the playoff series that are going on right now. If there's a positive for the Cubs, they got to spend the night in their own beds last night.
Yeah,
and we'll get to do so most likely tonight. Quick trip up till Milwaukee. So in that regard, the grind not nearly as bad as it might be if you're traveling across the country or something else along those lines.
Going up to Wrigley North, man.
Yeah, it's what they call it from time to time. We'll see. Also, we'll get into some Illini football. Of course, big weekend for Illini football. This was the big headline of the day yesterday with what happened with the Cubs in the playoffs. We'll get into Illini football. In fact, we're going to talk Illini hoops in just a bit, sir.
Yes, sir.
I just want to do a little preview. A lot of Illini hoops with the great Kyle Tosk. He is going to be joining us in studio in about 10, 15 minutes or so. Brad Underwood's presser was today. Kyle was there. He got some fantastic audio, and who better to talk about it than the man that covers Illini basketball for Illini Inquirer and a longtime friend of the show. You know him, you love him, the great Kyle Tosk, in about 15 minutes. But back to MLB playoffs, and you want to talk anything about Yankees Red Sox? That's a no right there. I know when I hear that. I know what that means.
I mean, that was a fun series. That was a lot of fun. You really felt in game 2 when it was 3-3 in the 8th inning, and the Red Sox couldn't pull that off. You kind of felt like that was the series right there. I felt like them coming into a game 3 and really, even though I predicted them in 3, it just felt like that moment right there was kind of the nail in the coffin for Boston. And so it is kind of going to be fun to watch because you have the Dodgers, the big money team in the National League that just easily dispatched the Reds.
Yep.
Not my Reds.
Your Reds, your World Series favorites.
Not my Reds.
Yeah.
And now you got the Yankees, the big money team in the American League, and they both make it to the next round. So we'll see kind of what happens there.
I don't even want to think about a Yankees-Dodgers World Series right now. I don't want to put that in my brain. I'm sorry to say it out loud and put it in anybody else's brain.
Who do you want to pitch for the Cubs? Game 1.
Man, I think maybe I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't think you can go into this thing doing a bullpen session. I don't think you can put in. I mean, Kitteridge played late yesterday. He threw late yesterday, so I don't think he would start necessarily. But I'm just saying, I don't think it's a situation where you can kind of puzzle together 3, 4, 5 guys with your bullpen against their ace and a rested Brewers team. I wish it was Eminaga. I wish he was able to go for game 1, but that's not going to be the case.
Gosh, he struggled game 2 yesterday. So
yeah, needs a little break. So I don't know.
Cade Horton would be nice,
wouldn't it? Though, wouldn't that be a thing? Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah. I mean, do you go Colin Rea?
He'd be the next man up. Not to use a football term
going,
for that, but
if you're going in order.
But if you're going in order, it would be the veteran Colin Rea, which is wild to this is another thing we talk
switch
about.
back around to Matthew Boyd. Those are your 2 options.
Man, I think I'd lean Boyd. I'd rather go Boyd on short rest and then try to get what you can out of him for hopefully 4, maybe 5 innings, and then go to your bullpen and get your work done. But we shall see. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Again, tomorrow it all starts. I mean, quick turnaround for MLB playoffs. Something I really enjoy about the playoffs. I do like the quick turnaround. You don't have to wait long for the next round to start, you know?
Yeah.
You get into like the NBA playoffs, you got to wait a week or change, and they got to talk about LeBron or Steph Curry for a month before they play the next game. Not baseball.
Here we go. Yeah. It's next one. So, yeah, game 1 up in Milwaukee. Tomorrow at 1:08 p.m., a little dual screen action for about an hour.
Between that and the Illini, yes, we will have to. We want that cannon, baby. Give us the
cannon. Our cannon.
That's our cannon. We want that cannon. We'll also do some score predictions. Of course, it's Friday. We got to do not just score predictions for Illinois versus Purdue. But we also have to do our Friday toast. So I got to think about that. Who do I want to toast to today?
Oh, I know who I'm toasting today.
All right. Well, no spoilers, but I got to think about mine. I got a few ideas for who I want to toast to. And it should be fun. It's Friday, man. 217-359-2255 is your number on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. J Money text in, go Cubs! Have a great show, guys. Appreciate you, J Money. Piaz, we can talk about that as well. That we will be there this coming Thursday for the Hall of Fame game. A couple of guests have been confirmed. I'm going to double check. We might be able to make that announcement.
Okay.
Later on in the show as well for the Hall of Fame broadcast. That's what I'm calling it because it's going into Hall of Fame game weekend.
Okay.
From Piaz this coming Thursday.
You're going to announce to all of us because I don't even know.
I know. Well, my phone buzzed. See, this is why radio is the immediate industry, sir. The immediate media, because we can just boom open up the mic But yeah, my phone just buzzed. I was looking down. It looked like we had a couple of texts that just came in about potential guests for Thursday. So hopefully I can get that confirmed and let you know which Illini greats will be joining us for Hall of Fame weekend and the Hall of Fame broadcast this Thursday at Piaz.
Yeah. I'm excited to get Kyle Tosk to talk about basketball here next.
Mm-hmm.
If you did miss it, Brad Underwood had his presser yesterday, and they got to do media day, and so all the media got to go in and talk to all the different players and coaches, and really excited about all of that. And a couple of things that I pulled out of what we heard. It was confirmed that Illinois is going to do a closed-door scrimmage against Florida.
Interesting.
The reigning national champs.
Very interesting.
So that's going to be a really good physical kind of welcome to the season because their non-conference schedule is brutal, which I kind of love.
Yeah, and also right away you kind of see, okay, here's where we're at. Here's where we are right now to start. Here's where we can. I mean, immediately you kind of get that vibe. So that is, as a fan, that is exciting. As someone covering the Illini like Kyle is, that's got to be really fun too. And I just received a text from Kyle. I made myself out to be a liar. So he's going to be in studio here in a few. He's going to have to call us. I heard a rumor he might be stuck at a train. I don't know if that's true or not. I might be making that up right now. But Kyle is going to be talking to us here in the next 10 minutes or so.
That's good. So, yep, and the roster's coming together. We got some good updates on Andre. We got some good updates on Ty.
Yeah.
And then also just how the team's gelling together. You got a lot of new guys learning how to play together and figure it out. Hilo is still waiting for NCAA clearance, so we'll talk about that. Or should we be worried? Should we not be worried? I'm sure Kyle's going to walk us off any sort of an edge or a cliff or push us over, you know?
No,
you never really know what's going to happen.
That's not Kyle's style. I didn't mean for that to rhyme either. That just happened.
Kyle's style. One thing
didn't mean for that to happen.
I did love hearing and I did love seeing is when Brad talked about David Merkovich and he said he's doing just about everything right except, did you hear this? Except we've had to get on him a few times for the way that he's talking to officials and managers when they make calls.
Nope, you're right. I did say that. I did. Yep. No, I thought you were going somewhere else, but I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I kind of love that. I love it. The dude's got a scrapper mentality, and he's angry, and he's ready to, play some basketball. And so
whatever you do, don't get us teed up. All right, that's important. Don't get us teed up.
Well, you can have one against Florida Gulf Coast. That's fine.
That's fine.
Learn your lesson.
Get it out of your system.
So I got a buddy who is one of the managers on the team, and I texted him and I said, "You okay? Are you fine? Merck's been yelling at you," and he was like, "Well, yeah." they get upset. I reffed intramural basketball 1 year in college.
Yeah.
Worst thing I've ever done in my entire life.
That's a can of worms with me. Like, I've been asked, do you want to umpire? Do you want to ref? Do you want to? Nope. No, thank you. No, thank you.
I don't think I would mind doing. In fact, I was on track to do it at one point, to be an IHSA official. I want to do football, basketball, and baseball. So I got the patch, I got everything, but then life just got really crazy, so I wasn't able to really dive in. But I would much rather do that than college intramural stuff.
I don't know. I've got a couple of friends who are IHSA officials, and not that I go to a lot of high school games, but on the rare occasion I go to a game and one of them is officiating, I find myself getting offended for them. Like, hey, shut up over there. They're doing their best. You know what I mean? Like, I find myself trying to defend my friend.
Yeah. Hey, I'm here for the refs.
You know what?
You're just wearing a go refs.
I'm wearing a go ref shirt. Yeah, I'm wearing a pinstripe referee shirt, and I find myself kind of defending my friends that are doing it. But it is, son of a coach. I'm a son of a man that coached everything all the way up into college football for, 30-some years. And the things that I heard and the crap that he had to take from time to time, I was like, no, I'm good. I don't think I ever want to do this. Yeah. I got my fill I did T-ball with the Twins. And I was like, okay, that's it. We did T-ball. I don't have I can go undefeated in my coaching career. That's all I need to do. I don't need to try and I'll coach from over here.
Here's the problem before we catch this break with reffing intramural basketball is that you make a call, they get mad at you, and then you go to class.
And then you got to see them in class. That's right.
So there's no break, and they're just like, dude, what the heck? Well, I'm like, bro, it was a foul. What do you want me to do?
Welcome to English Lit. Hey, is that Stone over there?
Hey, man, come
on.
I
know
you. Yeah, no.
You're the jerk at the gym. I know you.
It was more, I went to a Bible college, so it was more, intro to the New Testament and the Gospels. And they're like, here's this freaking guy, worst ref ever. All right, let's talk about the Lord.
Somebody throws a Bible at you from across the room. That wouldn't happen, would it?
The angriest sports I've ever been around is Bible college intramural sports. My gosh. It's like they're not allowed to get anger out anywhere else, and so it's the intramural field court.
And you decided you were going to ref that.
It was part of my job. I actually worked
Scott and Terre Haute on the Max Twin City Recycling text line says, I used to umpire some times in high school for Little League. Took me 1 year to go. Forget that. There you go. J Money, don't ever be a scoreboard operator for kids baseball. I made one slight mistake, and the parents were hounding me like crazy, so I never did it again. Yeah, there was one time I did help. I wasn't very old at all. I was probably 14, 15, and I got asked if I could help run the scoreboard for a fresh, soft basketball game. So I was like in 7th or 8th grade, and nobody really showed me how to use it. They just assumed that I knew what I was doing.
That's the worst.
So we get to the first quarter, buzzer goes off, and then I'm like Joe Dirt. I'm like, I'm new. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I couldn't get the buzzer to turn off. And there's all these parents just mad and yelling at me and stuff. Just like, hey, you were really nice to me. Or I went to your kid's birthday party a couple years ago, and now you're telling me I suck. Like, that's awful. Come on now.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that, J Money. I get
it is weird when you do work at a place like I work and people are yelling at you, and then you're like, all right, see you Sunday.
And that's what for people that do volunteer to coach or to officiate, whatever. I always tip my cap because it can be a very thankless job, and usually you're either volunteering and you're not getting paid, or you're getting very little money to do it. And bless you if you're doing it.
My stepdad stepped in to ump. The ump didn't show up for one of my Little League games, and so he said, "Hey, you know what? I'm not a pro or anything, but I'll step in. I'll do it for the kids." And somebody yelled at him in one of the innings, and he turned around and he said, "Listen, I'm here for the kids. Slow down."
Yeah.
He turned back around. Next pitch, they yelled again. He very quietly walked off the field, around the dugout, walked to this person, took off his mask and his little chest protector, handed it to him, and then just went and sat down. He's like, all right, bro, here you go.
I think it was our guy Lindy on the text line earlier in the week. He had asked, he's like, you guys should do a subject or a topic this week about times that you got tossed from a game.
That's right.
And I think he put a little note in there. He's like, and I don't mean like a major league game. He's like, if you ever got tossed from a high school game or something like that. I never had that.
Right.
I've never gone through that.
Twice.
You got tossed from? Oh, this could be a fun subject.
Football game and a basketball game.
Oh, man. That's going to be, man. Well, we got to ask Kyle if Tosk has ever been tossed from anything. I'm going to bet the answer to that is no. He doesn't seem like the type that would get thrown out of a game.
What kind of an evil, awful human being would throw Kyle Tosk out of a game?
Not me. Not I, sir. We're going to talk to him coming up next, and he'll fill us in on Brad Underwood's presser from today and all the Illini hoops news you can handle. It's next on The Drive.
Join Salt and Light Thursday, October 23rd for our first annual Masquerade Ball. This year's theme is Cirque du Soleil and has everything from fire performers and aerialists to stilt walkers and contortionists, live music, and so much more. For one magical night, we'll stand together to change lives and transform our community with great food and drinks, music, whimsical entertainment, and a live and silent auction. Visit www.saltandlightministry.org and click the Masquerade tab for all the info.
Why visit Freedom Roofing for your roof repair or replacement? Just listen to what satisfied customers are saying.
Freedom Roofing was quick to respond, reasonably priced, and their quality was excellent.
They found an immediate issue, patched it on the spot, and later replaced our entire roof. We couldn't be happier.
For local, trusted roofing done right, visit freedomchampagne.com or call 217-393-6000 today.
Cunningham Children's Home Be a Hero 5K is coming up on Saturday, October 4th at 9 a.m. at 1301 North Cunningham Avenue in Urbana. Open to runners and walkers of all skill levels, the 5K is a perfect event for families and friends. Participants who earn superhero status by fundraising at least $100 are given a special superhero cape they can choose to wear during the race. Registration is $30 per person. To register, sponsor, or volunteer for the Be a Hero 5K, visit cunningham.org.
Sarah Champagne's been Quattrone on keeping his employees.
It's got to be the place to work. We have to pay the best. We have to treat people the best. Some of the guys wanted to order pizza the other day. Well, we bought 30 Papa Del's pizzas. BMW had the best month they've ever had. They said, can we have a cookout? Saturday, I cooked like 50 ribeye steaks. And they were expecting like cheeseburgers, burgers and hot dogs and stuff. Like, if I'm eating steak, you're eating steak. We both eat steak, we both eat hamburger.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes.
And I'm Kenono Luga, linebacker and special teamer.
At Good Vibes, our special teams are the installation guys. They use power tools and they know stuff.
In football, special teams are game changers because wild stuff happens on kickoff and punt returns. We shed blocks, create turnovers, and make clean tackles, all at full speed.
Well, our guys mount TVs, cut in ceiling speakers, and configure complex wiring, but never at full speed. Our specialists are efficient because they're experienced but deliberate, so everything looks and performs properly.
Okay, I get the special teams. Does Good Vibes have linebackers too?
Our phone support has your back. People call up, my TV's broke or whatever. 4 out of 5 times we can walk you through a problem and fix it over the phone free. You don't get that from Team Amazon.
Any more angles to this football metaphor?
Sure, Mike's the quarterback. He hands off the product, and I'm the coach. And I'm proud to say our team won first place in the People's Choice Contest for the 5th straight year.
Not exactly the Rose Bowl, but not shabby.
Thrivent presents the 16th Annual Disability Resource Expo, Saturday, October 18th between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. at Marketplace Mall, 2000 North Neal Street in Champaign. Volunteer or sponsor now to be a part of this project from the Champaign County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Board. Businesses, volunteers, and sponsors are stepping up to create the most recognized Resource Expo in East Central Illinois. Learn more at disabilityresourceexpo.org.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
It is The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Thanks for spending some of your Friday with us. We've been talking a lot, and rightfully so, about Illini football, but some news today, Evan Stone, in regards to Illini basketball. Brad Underwood had a presser, and when it comes to that, there's only one man to talk to. He is a local legend as far as we are concerned. The great Kyle Tosk is on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line with us. How are you, sir?
I'm great. You oversell me a little bit too much. I don't know if local legend's a little strong.
No.
I appreciate it, though.
You have become a man of the people. You're everywhere. You're doing all this stuff for Illini Inquirer, covering Illini basketball. And I see people retweeting you all the time now. There was a time not that long ago, sir, where I felt like I was the only one liking your tweets, and now I look up and I see a Cubs tweet from Kyle Tosk, and it's been retweeted several hundred times or something like that. So I feel like you're slowly but surely becoming that local legend in the sports world, and we are so proud to have you on the phone with us, man.
Yeah, it is interesting how that works. In the past, I tweeted Cubs stuff just to do it. I knew nobody was going to care. It's just a way for me to just get my frustrations out, and nobody is going to see this. Nobody cares at all, but I'm just going to do it because I like doing it. Now, few people actually are seeing it, so
yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, you can't just yell into the void anymore when it comes to sports.
Yeah, I got to be a little bit more careful now. That's the one thing. Like, I can't just go off on umpires or any of that type of stuff.
Well, I got to tell you, we got a text message yesterday from a 217 number, and it just said, "Damn Cubs." Was that you by chance just sending that in to send it in?
No, that wasn't me.
Okay, just checking.
I might have to start sending some in.
Okay. Okay.
Whew, all right, Kyle. Well, it's almost basketball season. What, a month from today is the first game?
Mm-hmm.
But just in a couple of weeks, we got an exhibition against Illinois State. And then before that, a closed-door scrimmage against Florida. How's it going?
Yeah, we're getting closer. It's kind of media day, kind of the unofficial, here we go moment of basketball season. We're starting to really get close. And, yeah, I'm just ready for some basketball to start. I'm ready to watch some games. And there's all the chatter and all the off-season buzz. And yesterday, Media Day was a great chance to get a lot of insight and hear from different guys and how the off-season's gone, how the fall started. But you can't really form a lot of opinions and thoughts until you actually see the team take the floor. So I'm looking forward to that. I think we'll learn a lot from those two preseason exhibitions. Obviously, the one against Illinois State will be available for everybody to watch and attend. The Florida one will be a closed scrimmage, so you'll kind of have to dig and hear what you can hear from that. But it's getting close. I'm excited about it. I think this team feels good about where they are, and Brad Underwood really likes what this group can do. There's a lot of intriguing things about this team as it progresses. You obviously have the retention and the veteran guys that should hopefully provide a little bit more of a steadier foundation at the start of the season, but there's still a lot of unknowns. There's still a lot of moving parts, and until we see some basketball happen, we're not really going to know exactly what that looks like.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, according to the press conferences yesterday, or the media scrums yesterday, every single player on this team is elite. They're great.
That's how it goes, yep.
Yep. But there were a couple things that I found really interesting. And I think the thing I was most intrigued by or encouraged by is when Brad was talking about how Tommy has changed his body and has really worked this offseason. So what do you think of him in the front court this season?
Yeah, I think he's going to be your most important player this year, and he was last year, to be quite honest with you, and what he brought. But I think there's another level that he can reach to his game, and I think that does start with his physical development. And if there was one thing that he struggled at or was a little bit uncomfortable with last year, it was physicality. It was playing with his back to the basket. He seemed uncomfortable in post-up situations. Not that he was terrible at it, but his efficiency wasn't great, and felt like he'd get pushed off the spot pretty easily. And so he said back in the summer he had added 25 pounds of strength. Brad Underwood said he's 256 now. So I think that can do a lot for his game. Obviously, you know what he's going to bring from a shooting perspective. We saw what he could do as a playmaker. I think all those things are going to be prevalent in what Illinois wants to do. But I think for him to reach that next level, to be an all Big Ten first-team level big, one of the better big men in the country, which I think he's certainly capable of doing this year, I think that physical development piece of it, what he's done with his body, is going to be huge for him. And, man, if he can start adding a little bit to his low-post bag and just even taking one more step as a rebounder, as an offensive rebounder, as just a physical presence inside, I think the sky's the limit for what he can do.
It is The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. That's Evan Stone. And our good friend Kyle Tosk is on the Dick Van Dyke of Plants World phone line. Kyle, texts are rolling in. People are just excited to hear your voice, man, including a 217 that said, loved listening to you with Lon. And he says you're killing it even more now. Our guy Big Def on the text line also says, tell Kyle, because Big Def's going to a wedding here. He said, but tell Kyle I learned straight from Brad that Wagler is a lottery pick. What do you think about that, sir?
Yeah, the Keaton Wagler hype train is off the charts. That was one of the big takeaways from Media Day. This is somebody that, if you're not familiar with him or if you don't know what to expect from him, I can tell you that people inside the program, Brad Underwood, everybody around thinks he is going to be a major contributor. I don't know about lottery pick, but I will say that Brad Underwood said it was kind of funny. He contradicted himself right away, but he said yesterday that, I want to be careful about what I say about Keaton Wagler, but I think he's in the same realm of prospect as both Kaspers Yakichonis and Will Riley. So that seems pretty careful, doesn't it? But anyway, I think he's all of a sudden, I think, going to be a really important player. They're expecting a lot from him. It sounds like he's had a phenomenal summer. He's carried that into the fall. I know Jeremy Werner's going to have a story about him coming up soon on Inquirer, where he has a lot of really great quotes from other people outside of Brad Underwood, including Kylan Boswell, who just raved about going up against him in practice and what he's been able to do. So the Keaton Wagler hype is definitely skyrocketing right now. So he's somebody to definitely watch. I think his impact is going to be pretty big.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of jest in Big Def's text because he said, I learned from Brad that Wagler is a lottery pick, Jason Jackstis is DeMontis Sabonis, and Boswell had an offseason exactly like early career CJ McCollum. So I think we're just riding that hype train right there. That feels good. It was interesting to hear how Brad talked about the freshmen, though, and I'm not sure how much we were expecting them with all the transfers and obviously the European talent that came over. But do you think those two freshmen, Wagler and Lee, are going to be able to carve out a role this year?
Sounds like Wagler for sure is going to, and I think there's a chance that it's bigger than anybody would have ever thought in terms of what he can do. And I think the Ty Rodgers injury definitely plays a factor in that. The Stojakovic injury to a lesser extent, because I still think there's an expectation that he'll be available to start the season. But he's had plenty of opportunity in the offseason. I think he's shown himself to be a high-level contributor. He's gone up against Kylan Boswell in practice all summer, all fall. That's a heck of a defender to challenge yourself against. Sounds like he's been great in that. I think Wagler, what he can do as a shooter, everybody has raved about his IQ, his decision-making ability. He just seems like he's a guy who is wise beyond his years, mature beyond his years from a knowledge standpoint and just understanding the game. And I think that's going to help him get on the floor. And I think he fits in any lineup you want to play in that backcourt with his ability to space the floor. Brandon Lee will be interesting. I certainly think there's a chance that he plays some type of role, especially since the guard depth on this roster is lacking a little bit, especially if there's foul trouble or if there's an injury at some point. I think he could see his way onto the floor. But I think for him it's just going to be here and there when his number's called. Just come in, play hard. He talked about how his focus is defense. How can I impact on the defensive end? If my number's called, he said, I want to be a dog defensively. I just want to get after it. I've learned from Kylan on that front. And so that's a good thing to see because I think that's his pathway to playing time. His role is probably going to be pretty limited, but I think he can impact things to a lesser extent.
Well, you bring up the guard depth there, and another little nugget that came out of Media Day yesterday is that Mihajlo Petrovic is still waiting for NCAA clearance eligibility. And, of course, everything coming out of it is, well, yeah, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. But is that really how you feel coming out of yesterday?
I think so. I don't think there's any real concern that he won't be eligible to start the season. I just think it's a drawn-out process. It's annoying. We saw this with Tomislav Ivicic last year where there was never really any concern internally about him being ready for the season, but all of a sudden you look up, there's 2 weeks left. Illinois is playing an exhibition game, and he's not available, and he still hasn't been cleared. And then I think it was the week before the season opener, the social media team posted a video saying, hey, Tommy's eligible now. I think that's probably how it's going to go in this case. Who knows with the NCAA and these processes. I don't think there's real concern, though. I think Petrovic is going to be available. For him, it's more so just an adjustment to playing here. And I think that from what I heard and talking to him yesterday, it's been a little bit more of an adjustment on the court for him than maybe you would have thought on the surface when you see, hey, you're getting a 22-year-old grown man point guard who's played high-level pro basketball. Just plug and play him. I think there's been a little bit more of a process for him on the floor to acclimate and adjust, and I think that's still ongoing. But he's out there every day. He's starting to get more comfortable. As far as availability, I don't think there's any real concern.
So if I understand that correctly, he, as of now, would not be able to participate in that Florida closed-door scrimmage?
The closed-door scrimmage, I believe he would be able to.
Okay.
I would have to get more clarity on that. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think back. I believe that Tomislav last year did play in the Ole Miss exhibition despite not being officially eligible yet. So I believe he would be available for any preseason games. It's just the regular season that you're still waiting for that official clearance on.
You are the good sir. The great Kyle Tosk on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line with us. It is The Drive on ESPN Radio 93.5. Kyle, I think the last time we talked, it was when the Big Ten schedule had just come out. We kind of went through some of the stuff we were highlighting for Illini Hoops this year. We talked a lot about that February stretch where Illinois goes out to Los Angeles for back-to-back games with USC and UCLA. Looking at the schedule as a whole and how you've got the gig with Illini Inquirer, you're doing a great job. Do you know where you're going to be or how you're going to be covering, let's say, the first few weeks of the season? Because we're only, like Evan said, about a month away from tip-off. So how will you be covering everything, and is there going to be a lot of travel involved for you?
There's going to be some travel. That's kind of what we're trying to figure out here. It's all school's got to remain the top priority for me, obviously, right now. So I got to make sure it's some of those midweek games in January and February I probably am not going to get to. I think I said it last time. I definitely am going to Purdue, which I'm excited about.
Yeah.
I think some of the closer road trips, Iowa, I'll be there for. Northwestern, obviously. I'll try to get to that Michigan State game, experience that one. Try to get to the United Center for that Illinois-Alabama game. There's a game here in Champaign. I'll be there. But it's I'm kind of playing it by ear in terms of the travel, but I hope to get to at least a few places.
Is there anything that's come out of that presser from Underwood that you think should be highlighted or noted more?
Yeah, I think it was interesting the way he talked about some of the changes, some of the emphasis points that they've had from a stylistic standpoint on both sides of the ball. Obviously, he's not going to dive into specific scheme things in a press conference, but he really was insightful about some of the things that they're focusing on. Defensively, he dove into the fact that obviously they brought in new assistant coach Cameron Crocker from Colgate. He's their defensive coordinator now. He said he's given him a ton of freedom to tweak the defense a little bit and insert his ideas, and talked about how Illinois wants to create more turnovers, wants to create 4, 5, 6 easy buckets a game in transition off their defense, which is something that Illinois just hasn't done the last 2 years. They've turned nobody over. They've been bottom 5 and in all of Division I in turnovers forced on defense. And so it sounds like Illinois wants to be a little bit more aggressive on defense this year, and that's something that a lot of people talked about at Media Day there, and just trying to create some more disruption and not allowing teams to be as comfortable as they've been against Illinois the last few years. Try to allow that to propel their offense to an even higher level, create more transition opportunities through live ball turnovers, allow a guy like Kylan Boswell the freedom to use all of his ability defensively and just do a little bit more from a defensive standpoint. Offensively, he talked a lot about shot selection, which was something that was a constant theme of last season, a team that took a ton of threes. There were plenty of games, especially during Big Ten play, where it felt like they fell into the trap of taking some bad early clock threes.
Yeah.
Brad Underwood admitted that, and he said that they've really looked at shot selection. How can we maximize the offensive talent we have? How can we cater things to this roster, which has a lot of really good downhill guys in the backcourt with Boswell, Stojakovic, the space that's going to be created with the way that this front court can space the floor. Like, they're looking into all of that. I think there's going to be some different things that you'll see on the floor from a stylistic standpoint that Underwood came out and said yesterday. But again, we'll have to see that play out on the floor.
It does. It seems like this team, as compared to last year's team, is going to be a lot more physical. Is going to be maybe a lot more up and down the floor, a little bit quicker. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see that. And so, kind of a two-part question here. I know there was some worry, especially when Merez transferred out. Okay, how are we gonna replace the rebounding? How are we gonna improve rebounding? And so they've brought in a few guys, Merkovich and Big Z, and some guys that maybe can help with that. So, do you feel like they've covered that space well? And has David Merkovich yelled at you yet?
No, he did not yell. I don't believe he yelled at any media members yesterday.
Okay,
He saved that for the officials, it sounds like.
Okay.
I think he lets out all his frustration on the managers and the refs in practice, it sounds like. He's got to be the odds-on favorite. At this point, based on what we heard yesterday, he's got to be the odds-on favorite for first player technical foul this year. Like, he's got to be the runaway favorite for that, based on what Fred Underwood said. I don't know. It sounds like he said he might get a couple technicals this year, so we'll have to watch out for that.
I love it. I love it. Kyle, have you ever had a technical before?
Well, that's a good question for Tosk, yeah.
No, I haven't. I have not.
Okay, you got to live a little.
Yeah, I know. I've certainly had the thought that just haven't made it out of my mouth. So I just,
well, you're a good
not
man.
a very confrontational person. So
You're a good
I
man.
Save that to myself.
Okay, yeah. The real question within that, rebounding, do you feel like we've filled that hole well as Merez leaves and these new guys come in?
I think that remains to be seen. That's a question I have about this team, especially losing Ty Rodgers for extended time or maybe the entire season. We still don't totally know what that looks like, but I think his loss is huge on that front because you talk about replacing Merez Johnson, who is just a monster on the glass, led the Big Ten in offensive rebound rate. Ty Rodgers was the guy that you looked at and said, okay, he can do a lot of what Merez did from a rebounding standpoint, and just the athleticism, offensive rebounding in particular. I think that was going to be one of his most important roles on this team if he was healthy. Losing him, I do think there's some questions about the roster. We'll have to see what Stojakovic can give you from a rebounding standpoint. That's something that Tyler Underwood told me has been a huge focus for his game, is can he be one of the better wing rebounders in college basketball, because that's so important what Illinois wants to do in their pace. But I think from a front court standpoint, Mirkovic is the X factor there. He's got to be that guy. We'll see what his role looks like early in the season. I think it can continue to grow throughout the year, and I think he's going to be a needed piece in that front court because he just does give you that different element of physicality, of a guy who has an edge to him, not afraid to get dirty and rebound, and he's not going to shy away from physicality, and he was a high-level rebounder overseas. So I think he's the X factor there. I think that's going to be huge on that front. But I do think there's some rebounding questions on this team that was such a staple and identity of last year's team. I don't know what they're going to look like. Are they going to be a great rebounding team again this year? I don't know yet. We'll have to see that play out. Mirkovic, I think, will be the guy that answers that, though.
Kyle, you are carrying on the great tradition of our friend Derek Piper. You're doing a fantastic job covering Illini hoops. Let everybody know where they can find you on the socials, man.
Yeah, at KTosk13 is my handle on pretty much everything. So
there you go.
Drop me a follow on Twitter, and you might get some Cubs tweets on Saturday afternoon. And you don't have to care, but I'm going to tweet it anyway.
Hey, who do you want to start game one?
Oh, that's a good question for him.
I think you got to go Colin Ray probably. I just wouldn't go with Matthew Boyd on short rest this early in the playoffs. I think you need him Monday, especially not trusting Imanaga that much right now. I think you got to save Boyd for Monday. I'd probably Colin Ray start with some bullpen guys available, probably a shorter leash as Council has shown. But I don't know. Game one's a tough matchup. If the Cubs can get game one on Saturday, I think they're in a great spot.
I would agree with you, sir. Kyle Tosk, you are the goods. We appreciate your time, man. Thank you for giving us a call, and we will be talking to you very, very soon, all right?
Appreciate you guys. Thanks.
All right, that is Kyle Tosk. Follow him, KTosk13 on all the socials. Doing a fantastic job with Jeremy Warner and Illini Inquirer covering Illini basketball. There you go. He agrees with not me. with you on as far as the Cubs go. Colin Ray should be pitching tomorrow.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
So much good info. Kyle is as I think it was Warner said, like Kyle knows ball. He knows ball. He knows what he's talking about. He's doing a great job covering the Illini. So very, very happy to have him on. Speaking of covering ball and knowing ball.
Oh yeah.
You know what's coming up soon?
Should I start stretching and get the gloves on?
You better get the gloves on because, buddy, Curtis's curve balls with the Echo. It's coming up next after this break on the drive.
And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18,200. We're going to sell it for $12,500.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2. We're gonna get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow, it's the fastest lawnmowers in the world called Dixie Chopper. Go to Dedicated Diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
Are you tired of shivering in the winter? Look no further than your local heroes at ABC Heating and Air Conditioning. Hi, this is Gina inviting you to give us a call at 217-352-5400 to book your appointment to make sure your furnaces run safely and efficiently this winter. We've been proudly locally owned and operated and have been serving our community for over 50 years. ABC, always be comfortable. Call me 217-352-5400 to book your appointment today, or go to abcheatingandac.com.
Illini Volleyball is on the air.
Hey Illini fans, it's head coach Chris Thomas with Fighting Illini Volleyball. This year we celebrate the 100th anniversary of historic Huff Hall, and I want you to join us for the Party at Huff all season long as we honor a century of incredible moments and build the future of Illinois volleyball together. The energy, the fans, the tradition, you don't want to miss it. Get your tickets now at fightingillini.com. Let's pack Huff and keep the celebration going. ILL.
Thriven presents the 16th Annual Disability Resource Expo, Saturday, October 18th between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. at Marketplace Mall, 2000 North Neal Street in Champaign. Volunteer or sponsor now to be a part of this project from the Champaign County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Board. Businesses, volunteers, and sponsors are stepping up to create the most recognized Resource Expo in East Central Illinois. Learn more at disabilityresourceexpo.org.
At the UPS Store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need packing and shipping, we'll be the packing and shipping store.
I could use a little help. I've got 78 orders to ship out.
We're here to help. Our certified packing experts care like you care and can pack and ship just about anything.
The UPS Store can help small business owners be unstoppable with our packing and shipping services. Our certified packing experts can handle it all. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. The UPS Store locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Curtis's Curveballs.
It is The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen.
I could use more echo.
I think I'm going to see if we can get more echo for next week.
I could use more.
It is time for Curtis's Curveballs on The Drive, and it's related to something we were talking about earlier on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. If you've ever been tossed from a game. 217 says, I got tossed from the Illinois-Fresno State game in Fresno in 2010.
Bad game.
Says, I snuck a flask into the game and forgot you couldn't drink at college games at that time. I don't know if they'll let you sneak a flask in now anyways. He said, I had 2 extra tickets to the game because I had a couple of buddies no-show. So I got right back in and sat in a different section, then proceeded to watch the Illini lose by 2. It was a sad night. That is a sad, sad thing to happen, 217.
Yeah.
But here's the curveball.
Okay.
Do you know the number of people that have been thrown out of a professional sporting event?
Like overall? Like just
in the last 2 years, we'll say.
In the last 2 years, the amount of people that have been thrown out of a professional sporting event.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh. 1,000.
You know what? It's probably way more than that. Actually, they can't calculate it, but what they can do based on lots of research and...
Who's research?
Here's what it is. So every venue, every arena, every stadium, they all have their own security, and security has to report to the local police when a crime happens. In the last 2 years, 40% of attendees for NFL games alone say they witnessed a crime around the stadium.
What?
40%? Now, what would that include? Would that include fighting? Would that include? I'm curious about what that would include.
Oh my gosh.
Now, looking locally, I was curious how many parents in the last year have been thrown out of sporting events. Can't find that number either, unfortunately. I know that's a curveball for me. However, there is a widespread problem with a 70% turnover rate for new referees in the United States.
Oh my gosh. 7 out of 10 are like, you know what?
7 out of 10 referees do it for a year, and they're like, I'm out. That's the new number out of the 2023-2024 high school athletics.
That's not the most.
Yeah, that number's from the
surprising.
the National Association of Sports Officials, the NASO, reporting that over 70% of referees leave the profession after 1 year.
That's what our guy Scott in Terre Haute said. He said, I did it for a year, and then I was like,
I'm
kick
out.
Rocks, parents. Y'all are the worst.
Stop it. Leave me alone.
Yeah, that's not very surprising, but.
So you never got tossed?
No, I did get tossed.
Oh, you did get tossed. Wait, did you tell that story? Did the hamster fall off the wheel here?
I don't think so.
Is it something you can't tell on the air? If you can, it's okay.
No, I can tell it.
Is there a PG version before we hit news where you can tell the story?
Yeah. Honestly, it wasn't. Well, the basketball one might have been bad. I might not be able to share that one. But the football one, it was freshman year. We were playing at Danville. And one of the guys early on in the game took a real cheap shot at one of my buddies. And so playing quarterback, there was a play where I threw a long touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Just a 9 route and just fade and just
listen to him humble brag.
No, I mean it's freshman football. I threw it 28 miles in the air, and then one of our twins, Stephon McDonald, caught it, ran into the end zone, and as the play's over, and I see this guy running, and I just out of nowhere come and just blindside him, knock him off his feet, and I didn't get tossed for that. But then a couple series later, when the game was out of control, he came back, and we got into a good little.
A little scuffle, a little brouhaha.
You know what's not fun? Throwing a punch at someone wearing a helmet.
No, that's not smart, man. I see NFL and college players do that now. It's like, what do? You're going to break your hand.
Dude. Well,
there's nobody whose hand is strong enough to smash a helmet and hurt somebody when you hit them.
No.
It's not going to happen.
But the smart thing is if you can get a hold of their face mask.
Well, you can.
Then it's like a bit in a horse's mouth. Like you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that was the football one. The basketball one, yeah, we got into some words, and I said a thing to a ref that I shouldn't have said.
No. Should have been nicer.
Sorry.
You're a
if
different
you're the
person
ref
now.
listening and you're like, I'm not going to listen to that show because Evan Stone's on that.
That referee's like,
give him a heater.
That's what he's like right now.
I am so sorry. I apologize for what I said.
Ref's like,
You have no manners.
I did not. I did not in that moment. Now, did he deserve it because the call was wrong? Yes.
He deserved it. He deserved
Absolutely.
it. Okay. All right.
But I wish I wouldn't have said those words or called him that name.
Heath on the text line says, technically, is scalping tickets still a crime? I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure. We've probably all seen that. Yeah.
That would be a crime.
But see, to me, that wouldn't register in my brain. Like, if someone said, did you see a crime at a sporting event, I would think, like, people drinking somewhere they shouldn't be drinking, or, smoking a little something they shouldn't be smoking out in their car, something like that, or fights. That is what I would think of anyways. All right, we're closing on the top of the hour, Evan. We got to get into news. We will do that right now. More of The Drive next.
This is a Fox News alert, an answer from Hamas. I'm Lisa Brady. Days after the U.S. proposed and Israel accepted a peace plan to end the war in Gaza, Hamas says it accepts some elements of the plan, reportedly agreeing to release all remaining hostages.
Also that it reiterates its agreement, according to the Reuters report, to hand over the administration of the Gaza Strip to a Palestinian body of independent technocrats.
Fox's Greg Palcott in London.
The third point, Hamas says it affirms its readiness to immediately engage in negotiations through mediators to discuss details of the matter. I think that's the line that's catching my eye, and that is, yes, they want to engage, but they want to negotiate the matters. They're not accepting at face value. Remember, this is a 20-point plan.
That plan called for hostages to be handed over within 72 hours. A senior Hamas official reportedly telling Al Jazeera that timeline is theoretical and unrealistic. The Hamas statement released only hours after President Trump posted a deadline of 6 p.m. Eastern on Sunday for Hamas to reach an agreement. Also just getting word that Sean Diddy Combs is sentenced to 4 years, 2 months in prison on 2 prostitution-related charges. The hip-hop star apologizing in court, including to all victims of domestic violence.
Diddy called his own behavior disgusting, shameful, and sick, and he said it cost him his career, his reputation, and his family. He also then turned in the courtroom to his children and apologized for letting them down, saying that he had not been the father they deserved. And he really pleaded with the judge to give him another chance.
Fox's CB Cotton at Manhattan Federal Court. Prosecutors wanted 11 years. The defense was asking for 14 months. America is listening to Fox News.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things. Like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed. From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Recapping that breaking news out of New York, where Sean Diddy Combs was just sentenced to 4 years, 2 months in prison on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Also being sentenced today, the man convicted of trying to kill Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. Nicholas Roski, who now goes by Sophie Roski, pleaded guilty in April. Prosecutors asking for at least 30 years in prison. The defense asking for 8. The judge raising concern about the treatment of transgender inmates in federal prisons. The Senate plans to vote again Monday on short-term spending that would end a government shutdown. The House passed Republican plan and the Democrat counterproposal, both failing again today in the Senate.
Today, we saw the Republicans run the same play and they got the same result. The question is, will they change course?
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, but Republicans pin this shutdown on Democrats.
A frustrated Senate Majority Leader John Thune.
It's all about President Trump and the Democrats needing to pick a fight to satisfy their far left
political base. Democrats have put a line in the sand on negotiating an extension of Affordable Care Act tax subsidies in order to get their votes, warning millions could see their premiums increase if the tax credits expire.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz on Capitol Hill. Republican leaders say talks on health care issues can happen after the government reopens. Taylor Swift's new album is out.
The Life of a Showgirl features a title track duet with Sabrina Carpenter and is streaming on all major platforms, including Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon Music. Swift says she worked on it in Sweden while she was on the Eras tour.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. It already broke records for pre-orders. A record day on Wall Street, the Dow up 238 after topping 47K during the session, but closing under it. The S&P also with another record close, but the NASDAQ retreats from its record high. It's down 63 points today. Elisa Brady, Fox News.
Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
It is The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. If you missed it a moment ago, we were doing Curtis's curveballs. And it led to a discussion about getting tossed. If you'd ever been tossed from a game, it really started with our guy Lindy on the Max Twin City Recycling text line the other day. He's like, this would be a fun subject. And that made me think, I wonder how many people have been thrown out of sporting events in like the last year. Turns out you can't quantify that number.
Too many people.
Turns out quite a few.
Come on, guys. Sports are supposed to bring us together.
But what we did find out is that 40% of people that have attended NFL games in the last year said that they had, quote, witnessed a crime, whatever that might be. And the National Association of Officials, or whatever it is, I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart now, the referee organization for the United States, they said they have a 70% turnover rate. They're struggling to find officials. In fact, I got a text when we were in news a moment ago from my mom. She's like, they had something on TV that they were hiring referees around here. You should apply for it. I was like, no, Mom, I'm not going to do that. That sounds insane.
Hey, would you like to drive to Leland for $25 a game?
Get screamed at for no good reason.
Yeah. No, I'm joking because literally the local high school lower level officials and refs are really the local heroes. Like those guys do. Yeah. The only way we can have a lot of these games is if we've got people to officiate and to ref them. Mm-hmm. And I've got more props for those men and women that drive around and because they love the game and they love youth sports and they want it to stick around and they do that. Mini toast to them. Mm-hmm. Mini. Because I got a bigger toast later.
Well, yeah. Yeah, we got our Friday toast coming up at the end of the hour. And I mentioned our guy Lindy on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. He said, short little backstory. He's been coaching 31 years from semi-pro down to T-ball, 6 years as a high school head varsity coach. Grandpa played in the Dodgers organization, family-owned Gifford Flatville. Is it the EI team, I think?
Wait, so this is all baseball?
Yeah. Dad ran Legion program for 20 years, coached high school for 30. I played college ball and semi-pro. I got a few stories and a bit of baseball knowledge. So there you go.
Wow.
Lindy does have the credentials. Never doubted that for a second. But that's a lot of history there where you could be like, man, I remember this one time where such and such got thrown out of so-and-so. And he called the referee a no good, blah, blah, like, yeah, that's a lot of sports background right there. So you're going to see some stuff.
Yeah. Hey, I do want to catch up because I believe it was Scott and Terre Haute yesterday texted us and said, "Hey, what's your etched in stone record right now?"
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we got.
And because I'm honest and I'm transparent,
you are. If anything,
even when things are not good, I want you to know that I'm not trying to hide anything. So I sent it over to him yesterday, but I figured I'd go ahead and let the people know. While we're getting into our next thing. So far this year, etched in stone, 13-20 overall. So it's not great.
No, it's not. But
guys, gambling's hard. Betting is hard. Okay. The bonus bet so far is 3-2. So it's
is winning. We're doing
up.
Well on the bonus bets. Yeah.
My bets on the NFL are 3-3. And my bets on the NCAA are 10-17.
And because we are men of the people, I know we did this yesterday, but I'm being friendly today. If you missed the bets for Etched in Stone, quick rundown. James Madison, minus 19.5. Nebraska, minus 11.5. Michigan, minus 16.5. Air Force and Navy, under 52.5. And then an NFL play, Evan has Tampa Bay plus 3.5. The bonus bet you got to get by following us on the Twitters and the Instagram at The Drive 935. Now, I had one as well for your Thursday night game, sir. And she came through for me.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mm-hmm. I said...
what a game last night. What a surprising game.
Yeah, how fun. Finally, I know the Thursday night football games aren't exactly great usually, but, man, we got a good one last night with the entire backup squad of the Niners against the Rams. All the way down to the
Jones, baby.
Put some respect on Mac's name, would you?
Oh, he couldn't even get off the field at the end of the game. They're carrying off the field.
And my little parlay that I'm bringing it up here, if you're watching the live stream, I had Kyron Williams plus 50 yards. He took it all the way down to the very end to get that, and maybe even need a little overtime help to get us there. I said Jake Tongs plus 15 yards. He ended up with 26 and a touchdown. I said you could do an either-or parlay. So I went with Puka or Devontae to score a touchdown. Puka got a touchdown.
There we go. Of course.
Mm-hmm. And I went ahead just for funsies and to make the bet a little bigger. I said that McCaffrey would find the end zone, and I think he was the first touchdown scorer of the game. So all in all, it was like about a plus 1286 on that parlay that hit last night.
Yeah.
And also make sure you're listening to not just The Drive, but ESPN 93.5 throughout the day for updates from Circus Sports as well right here on this very radio station.
Yeah, I've been exploring. I do have a couple, we've been on a couple of different apps, a couple of different places, but Circus Sports and Bet365, they've got there's some good stuff on there.
Yeah, great parlays, great bonus bets you can find there, and you'll always hear the info and what they've got going on weekly right here on ESPN 93.5.
So, yeah, I think I'm switching.
So I'm pretty happy with how my parlay hit last night, as you would imagine. That means I can probably go get a pizza or a steak later. I haven't decided yet how I'm going to spend that money.
Well,
maybe get gas. Who knows?
Hey, I hit one with the Cubs game.
Yes, you did.
Which was nice. I had the Cubs money line, a Xander Bogaerts hit, a Nico hit, and a Seiya hit. And they all hit. So
and it hit.
Nice little pizza money for me too.
There you go.
Actually, something that's really listen, we're running. This is for both of us, all right?
Okay.
Right now, I have an 11-leg parlay.
Let's go, dude. Now you're speaking my language, baby.
$2 to win $2,500.
That's me. That is something I would do. Yes.
And guys, leg one hit last night.
Woo!
Okay, so we're one down.
Is there a cash out yet? They're going to give you $2.25 for one hit last night?
Well, the cash out right now is $1.78. So
you're not over the $2.
We're not over $2, okay. So we gotta hang. So last night, New Mexico State plus 1.5 hit. They won 37-10.
I forgot that game was last night. Totally forgot.
So if you're keeping track, Sam Houston State so far 0-5 against the spread. So that might be your guaranteed play every week until it doesn't hit.
Until it doesn't.
So tonight we've got South Florida minus 28.5. That's what we're rooting for tonight.
That's what we're
to
going
keep
with.
that 11-legger going.
Okay.
So we need South Florida minus 28.5.
The big 11.
The goal is just to stay alive until those afternoon, evening games, and you get like some sort of payout of like $45, and you're like, all right, yeah,
that's when I cash out. I'm good.
That's fine. So 11-leg parlay, and then actually I do have an 8-leg parlay that I feel actually good about. That is legit.
Okay.
Trying to win $1,500 there. So listen, I'm taking us out for a nice McDonald's lunch if we can hit these. Actually, you know where we're gonna go?
Where are we going?
We're going to Jets and Parlor, baby.
Oh, that's
all day. We're gonna go to Jets and Parlor because they got the good stuff for us.
So what you're saying is, if your parlay hits, we're going to go to Parlor. That's what you're saying. Parlay to Parlor. That's what we're doing this weekend. All right.
Yep. And we'll hop on a jet to get there. No, I don't like any of this. So. The reason we like Parlor and Jets, and while we're
just a bit outside,
so we're gonna go there because they got tickets for it.
Yeah, they do have tickets for you. Now, Evan and I, we can't win the tickets, and when we say tickets, we're talking about Fighting Illini tickets. The Illini back at home next weekend at Geese Memorial Stadium, taking on who will probably still be the number 1 ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. And tickets for that one, tough to come by. Sold out You might be able to find some on resale places like SeatGeek, but if you want to win them, text us. Text Illini to 217-359-2255. That's Illini to 217-359-2255. And they're pretty fantastic seats. You just might score them from us and Parlor Donuts and Jets Pizza on ESPN 93.5. Again, Illini to 217-359-2255. Now, do you have tickets for that one next weekend? Are you going to that?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
I am. I'm officiating another wedding.
No.
So we've got family in town.
Oh, just go ahead. A bomb went off in my brain.
Yeah. We got family in town for a huge, big old family reunion that they're coming back for that weekend.
Yeah.
And part of it is there's a group going to the game and getting together to watch the game. But since it's an 11 a.m. kick, the wedding is at 3, so I'll be able to go with the family.
Mm-hmm. You're not going to yawn, are you?
No.
Okay. Just
no.
making sure.
Well, there was a little pause because I was like,
that's what I was like. Is he gonna yawn? So you're going with the family.
Well, the pause was, did I tell my wife about this plan?
She's finding out right now, one way or the
other. So you go with the family, you go to the game, and then you leave from the game to go officiate the wedding, and then you leave from the wedding to go to the rest of the family reunion.
Okay.
And that's the day.
Okay.
So hopefully.
Well, now that I know that you're officiating, here's what went off in my brain, and it all ties right back into Curtis's curveballs. What do you think the number would be higher of people that have been thrown out of pro sporting events or weddings and receptions?
Oh, well, pro sporting events, but
you think just because there's more people.
Have you ever been in it? You've DJ'd. Have you ever DJ'd at a wedding where someone got tossed?
Many times. No. Many times. Yeah, I still do it. I don't DJ as much as I used to. I still will DJ the occasional wedding or party or maybe a bar or whatever if they'll pay me well. But I still DJ weddings and stuff like that for friends. And the all-timer, and I don't know if I've told this story with Uncle Lon or not, but the all-timer was it's probably been
Uncle Lon got tossed from a wedding?
No, I told this story with Uncle Lon is what I'm saying. But what happened was, this is probably about 10 years ago now, and it was a wedding here in Champaign. And the groom's mother had been she'd been drinking all day. Like I think she was one of those, we're going to have mimosas. Let's go, girls. Put on the Shania. Do. But anyways, she'd been drinking all day long. We get to the reception, and she was being very friendly to me. She was very nice to me. But she's like, this is just, what do you think? Isn't this just such a mess? Isn't this a mess? Like, no, I think it's going great. Everything's fine. Blah, blah, blah. Everything's going okay, We get to the first dance with the bride and groom. The groom's mother, again, drinking all day, goes over to the bride's mom and goes off on a rant. I was always against this wedding.
Oh.
My son can do so much better than your daughter. This is when the first dance is going on. Like, I think I was playing Etta James or something like that at last, and the bride's mom stood up with a big glass of wine and just threw it in the other mom's face, and it was on. And this wasn't this wasn't some sort of scrap at a local bar or something like this is
incredible.
There's like 300 and some people. This is a big wedding. And I'm just, oh my gosh. And the only thing I could think is, please don't knock over my speakers. Please don't knock over my speakers. Please don't break anything. Please don't break anything.
Did you have a mic?
I did have a mic. I did. I had a.
I would have immediately jumped into. Oh, and we got a right hook. Oh, come on! What do we got? We got to put them hands up. We got to get the elbows out. We got to follow through.
Oh my gosh, dude! It was the thing. That was one like. And
down goes mother. Down goes mother.
What do I do after that? Like, everyone goes, well, what did you do? It's like, I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
like the music. It wasn't like I went, who wants to hear some Uptown Funk now, huh? Who wants to do the cha-cha slide after that? There was none of that. Like, it was bad for a little while, man. And groom's mom, she got tossed along with a couple of her friends too, for whatever reason.
Who tosses them?
The venue did. The venue did. And
you're out of here.
It was one of those things where there was a, like I said, this was kind of a bigger, fancier wedding. And, any wedding I've ever DJ'd at like a bar or a VFW or a Legion or something like that, that never happens. But for some odd reason, the big fancy ones, Things get a little heated from time to time at those.
A lot of entitled.
That was the all-timer, though. That was the worst I'd ever seen, I think, was the moms scrapping in their finest ball gowns here in Champaign.
The finest ball gown.
Matt on the Max Twin City Recycling text line says, you should have played The Champ Is Here. Yeah, I should have. I should have played
Champ Is Here.
Should have played The Champ Is Here, yeah. Or the John Cena theme song, something. The Stone Cold music. Oh, man. Anytime I tell this story, I go right back to that moment. My eyes get big. I'm like, what the hell do I do? I didn't know it.
Man.
I've had some wild ones, but that's the all-time.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I would have probably gotten myself fired from that event because I would have had so much fun.
Well, that was the thing. Is I was also I got to get out of here. That's it. Nope, I'm not sticking around. No, you can keep it. I'll give you the guarantee back or whatever. I got that, and I was like, I'll just go. But you know what? Things mellowed out after about, I don't know, it probably took a half hour. And then the bride was like, will you play some more music? I was like, are you sure? You don't just want to call it a night? I mean, if you really want me to. She's like, yeah. And it ended up, I don't want to say it ended up great, but people danced. Her and her friends tried to cheer her up, and they danced. And the groom tried to cheer them up. And you know what? They're still together. I always get asked, well, are they still together? Yep, they're still together. Every once in a while, I hear from them on Facebook. And
family dinners. And
I don't know about that one. I don't know about the family dinners. I will
just
never
immediately jump into Limp Bizkit and
break stuff.
Just break stuff.
Just rolling. There you go. We're due for a break, sir.
Gosh.
But it all ties in together.
You know what? If you do break stuff, I bet there's a company in town that can really help you get on your feet and take care of you.
Man, I think I'm with you. I think I know who you're talking about.
Do
If
you?
something goes wrong, and not just break stuff, maybe something breaks in the cyber world for you. We're talking about our friends at Busey Bank. October is National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Evan doing a fantastic job of transitioning into that. Over 17.5 million Americans are victims of identity theft every year, and 2/3 are reporting financial loss as a result as well. Criminals might open credit cards or apply for a loan or rent an apartment in your name. So how can you protect your finances? Well, UC has 4 tips. Use passwords to protect your devices and make sure they're unique, complicated passwords for online accounts. Never log in to financial accounts or shop online using public Wi-Fi. Ensure home internet is password protected as well. Number 3, review your credit report annually and make sure you're always checking on your bank accounts. Look for suspicious activity and errors that could signify identity theft. And number 4, with antivirus software, you can help detect and protect against cyber criminals. With constant changes in technology, there's always new risks. The best way to protect yourself is to be proactive. Busey wants you to be informed of any security issues, scams, or alerts that might impact you. Check out their blog, Money Matters, on Busey.com and stay informed.
Sounds like a guaranteed win. Something else is apparently a guaranteed win.
Yeah? That goes along with what I was just talking about with Busey?
No.
Oh.
But I'm going to tell you a guarantee when we come back from this break.
We got it. Okay, we've got to get to our Illinois and Purdue predictions for Saturday's game, tomorrow's game.
It's connected.
And we got our Friday toast. So we've got more goodness to get to.
Okay.
All right, it's The Drive.
When the storm rolls in, where will you go? Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your family with a custom storm shelter from Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services. At Berg Tanks, their shelters are fiberglass and plate steel safe rooms that can be installed in your garage or exterior, in ground, or on a concrete pad. Built to withstand the toughest storms, giving you a safe, secure place when you need it most. Whether you need a compact unit for a small space or a larger shelter for the whole family, they've got you covered. Their expert team handles everything from excavation to installation so you can have peace of mind before the next storm strikes. Berg Septic also specializes in septic pumping, new system installation, grease trap cleanings, repairs, and maintenance plans to keep your home running smoothly. Call Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services today at 217-367-8632 or visit them online at bergtanksinc.com. That's BERG tanksinc.com. Well, tell me what I need to know about Dedicated Diesel and Dixie Chopper, buddy.
Well, Dedicated Diesel, the safety lane is open from 8 to 4 every day. If farmers need to get their trailers or their grain trucks inspected to be compliant with state law, they need to come through. No appointment necessary, but we stop accepting people at 4 o'clock so that they can get those inspections done by 4:30 and all the paperwork done and close up on time. But that is a requirement in the state of Illinois, and we're open to do that. Plus, of course, the Dixie Choppers are there for sale. Stop by and see Andy at 1313 Triumph Drive. Take a look at those. Get the best deal you'll ever get on a quality industrial, commercial, or residential lawnmower.
Awesome.
It's fast.
Yeah, fastest ever. Hey, so how can I reach you, Tim Onstadt?
They can call me at 765-793-7131 and extension 4. They can get me on email at timo@gftlog.com.
You've set your financial goals. One kid plans to go Big Ten, the other Ivy. Your bucket list includes seaside sunrises and sunsets on the slopes, or perhaps a second home away from it all. Busey Bank can help develop the right investment strategy to take charge of the years ahead. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Illini Volleyball is on the air.
Hey, Illini fans, it's head coach Chris Thomas with Fighting Illini Volleyball. This year we celebrate the 100th anniversary of Historic Huff Hall, and I want you to join us for the Party at Huff all season long as we honor a century of incredible moments and build the future of Illinois volleyball together. The energy, the fans, the tradition, you don't want to miss it. Get your tickets now at fightingillini.com. Let's pack Huff and keep the celebration going. ILL.
Hey Illini fans, you love this so much. Jets Pizza is continuing to offer a 2-topping large Jets Pizza for just $14.99. Use code JETS101. Select your favorite crust style, crust flavoring, and toppings. Mama Jet's special sauce seals the deal. Get a 2-topping large Jets Pizza for just $14.99. It's not just pizza, it's Jets Pizza.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Tomorrow, we want that cannon, baby. The Illini taking on Purdue.
It's our cannon.
In West Lafayette, it is The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Having way too much fun for a Friday, if that is possible.
Not possible.
Not possible. We're having a good time.
It's a great day.
You said, sir, that you had... Did you say a guarantee?
Guarantee.
Okay. All right. And it revolves around the Illinois-Purdue game.
It does.
You have
it
my
does.
interest. Now, is it about a player? Is it about a coach?
It is about an artist.
An artist? Oh, is that what we're calling college athletes now?
Yeah.
They're artists now. Okay.
I don't know if you guys... I don't know if you guys have been aware. I mean, it was on the Fox News break.
It
if
was.
You listen to that.
Been in the news today.
There is a musician, an artist by the name of Taylor Swift.
Yes, she's a big deal.
And I know that there might be some of our listeners who think she's incredible.
Some might be Swifties, yes.
And there might be some of our listeners who are annoyed every time her name gets brought up.
Oh, yeah. They want to throw a beer can at the TV when they see her on a Chiefs game.
And here's what I think we should think this week as Illinois fans is we should be big fans of Taylor.
Really?
And her willingness to release an album this week.
Okay.
Would you like to know why?
I would love to know why.
Purdue football has never won a game the week that Taylor has released an album.
Well, she's got a lot of albums. What's their record?
They are 0-10 on weeks that Taylor Swift releases an album?
A little bad
This
blood.
is courtesy of my wife, who is a
0-10.
Swiftie.
Go ahead. You go
Well,
first.
just keep this on because I like it. But I was thinking, Purdue struggled at football. Maybe
Yeah.
they're just always playing Ohio State the week that Taylor releases an album.
Yeah.
Not true.
No. Well, you really went down the rabbit hole.
Do you
on
want to
this.
know some of the teams they've lost to?
I would love this. I would love to know. I love this right now. This is fantastic.
They lost to Illinois October 30th,
Yeah.
2010.
All right. I might have been there for that
That's
one.
when Fearless came out.
Fearless.
Or, no, Speak Now. That's when Speak Now came out.
when she was
Sorry.
still a country artist.
Of
yeah.
course. Speak Now came out. They lost to Minnesota, 2012. That's when Red came out. They lost 44 to 28.
To the Gophers. Okay.
They lost to Northwestern, 2017. That's when Reputation came out.
Ooh,
Good album.
Bad reputation for Purdue.
Yeah, they lost to Nevada.
What?
2019. That's when Lover came out. It's a good song. I actually like that one.
I didn't have it queued up.
They lost to Nebraska last year, or in 2023, 31 to 14. That's when 1989 came out. So they've lost to a lot of teams that aren't just powerhouses.
It's the power of the Swift, sir.
So Life of a Showgirl came out October 3rd, 2025. Next on the Purdue schedule, Illinois, baby, tomorrow.
Oski.
So take it to the bank.
Do you think if you're a Purdue athlete or a Purdue football player or a coach,
You're like, gosh dang it,
you're
Taylor.
like, you've got to be kidding me. Like you went to bed a couple nights ago going, you know what? As long as Taylor Swift doesn't release a surprise album before this weekend, we got a chance.
They were all watching The New Heights when she announced that she had the album coming out, and they're like, what's the date? Please be a winter album. Please be a summer album. October 3rd.
0-10 when Taylor Swift releases a new album. Purdue winless the week of a Taylor release.
What a stat.
That's the best stat I've ever heard in my life.
What a stat. My wife said, make sure you don't talk bad about Taylor because
No,
I loved
never.
her before I loved you. That's what she said. I would not. Here, I'm going to be honest. Jay Money texted in, throwing your wife under the bus, but we all know it's you that listens to Taylor, Evan.
Hey.
I'm going to throw this out there.
Throw it. I'm loving it.
I was on the bus for a while of what is happening? Why do people like her? What is going on? This is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
My wife obviously is a Taylor fan. She's not one of those crazy Swifties that is, stalking her. But
now, wait a minute. Okay.
she's a pretty big Taylor Swift fan. And through that, I have come to respect who she is as an artist and a performer.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane what she does.
There are worse role models that women can have or girls can have. Whatever. My daughter loves Taylor Swift. She's a little Swiftie. And you know what? I love it. I'm fine with it.
Find something you love.
Yeah.
You don't have to hate people for what they love.
It's okay.
I will say, I don't know. Now, this is me not understanding music or the behind the scenes. So maybe you have a better insight in this. And
I'll try.
some of our listeners, I bet, do. I don't know of other people that are as impressive when it comes to all of these albums that she has cranked out.
Yeah, I mean,
she is the sole writer.
Yeah, she's
of
not
all the songs on every album. Is there anyone else that is like that?
They're really tough to come by these days. I mean, there are lots of great singer-songwriters. I don't think you're going to find one at her level. Like, there's no. I mean, she's. You know what I mean? She's a superstar, international, filling up stadiums, and it's not just because she's a pop star. Like people, it's adults and kids, everybody. You know, a lot of people connect with her music.
Jay Money said Garth Brooks.
Garth that's a good one.
Here's the difference, though, is Taylor makes good music.
Stop.
I'm just kidding.
Stop.
Kinda, not really.
Stop. We like Garth around here. No, that's a great question. 217-359-2255. You know what? And she is such an industry in this way too. When she was doing the Eras tour and she was going to all those NFL stadiums, she did 3 nights in Indianapolis. Each night she was there generated $2.5 million a night for the city. You think about that.
That's crazy.
Like that's unbelievable. $7.5-8 million for her being there. And not only that, she'll have her opener that performs for like 30-40 minutes or something, but that woman's out there for 2.5-3 hours
my gosh.
every night. And I mean, I mean, that's a grind, man.
Did you take your daughter? Did you go to Indy?
No, she wanted tickets so bad, and it turns out I have radio money, sir, so I can't afford that. But what I did instead, let me tell you this, I got her hooked up with a little VIP action for one of the Taylor Swift tribute acts that came through, and she was very happy. I think it was called Scene Red, maybe. It was at the Devon Amphitheater in Decatur earlier in the summer.
Yeah?
And they pulled her and her friends right up to the front of the stage and got to have her picture taken with, I said it was kind of like, it's not the real Santa, right? It's not the real Taylor. It's a Taylor helper that's going to sing.
It's Maul Taylor.
Yeah, it's Maul Taylor. And
Taylor from Timu.
Emerson and her friends had a blast.
We've
They had a
got
great
Taylor
time.
at home, honey. That's what it was.
Timu Taylor. There you go.
Wade says Toby Keith wrote dang near everything he ever recorded.
He sure did. Big Toby was a hit machine in the world of country music.
Because we'll put a boot in your...
Yeah, sure did. Him and Willie together.
Yeah. Is that we got a lot of country coming in? Is that a little bit more regular on the countryside?
Well, I mean, it's still like that's country music. That's the storyteller genre, right? Like that's really what it is. And there's singer-songwriters that are doing acoustic and pop rock.
Tupac
and
told
stuff.
stories.
He did, but I don't think Pac knew how to play any instruments. I could be wrong about that. I don't recall ever seeing Pac play guitar or drums, but he could rap. He was a great rapper.
Yeah, but
tying back this all back into like artists writing their own stuff, and I wonder what Purdue's record is when Metallica releases an album. I bet they're probably winless in that regard too. But like Metallica, there's a band writes all their own music. They don't use songwriters. A lot of people were pushing for them to be the halftime performer of the Super Bowl this year. Of course, it's Bad Bunny instead. But I was also like, as a Metallica fan, would I be excited for that? Here's why. Because they're going to do a medley of their greatest hits, right, if they did it.
Right.
Like, I've already heard, I don't know, do I want to hear them play part of Inner Sandman, and there'll be some random artist that they're supposed to have come out with them? Like, do I want to hear a medley, which it's not going to be great for a Metallica fan, but it might be entertaining for the casual viewer, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd rather them not do that. I'd rather just go see them play for 2.5 hours.
I have ranked all the Super Bowl halftime shows of my lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
I've got them ranked.
Yeah.
Of best to worst.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun talk someday.
I like it. Randy on the text line says, talking about Taylor Swift on a football Friday. Damn right
Yes.
we are, Randy, because Purdue has not won a game when Taylor releases an album. They are 0-10, and now what? I mean, if you got the Swiftie bump, you got to be feeling good if you're in the Illini play, right? Like,
come on.
Like, Akis is going to get at least 7 sacks now, right? Gotta be. You got it. Luke's going to throw for 10 touchdowns tomorrow.
And they're all going to be listening to Life of a Showgirl in the locker room.
Life of a Showgirl before and after. Oh, imagine Bielema dancing to that one in the locker room. Can you imagine Coach B, shirt off, and be like,
hey, we had that one in the bag the whole time, boy.
Yeah, we did. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But regardless of Taylor Swift,
Mm-hmm.
I think Illinois has a vastly better football team than the team in West Lafayette.
Yeah, we talked with this about Jay Lehman on Monday. We talked about it with Jimmy Sebeski from Flag on the Play podcast, who does a great job covering Purdue athletics and a longtime friend of the Drives. And everyone has looked at this as a potential trap game, but the expectation is a double-digit win for the Illini. And if we're going to do predictions, I'm going to go ahead and get into mine. I don't know about overall numbers. I'm not going to throw out 35-17 or something like that, but I do think it's a 2-score win for the Illini tomorrow. I think you're going to see a really great effort from Purdue. Maybe it'll make you uncomfortable at times as an Illini fan, more than you'd like. But I think when it's all said and done, Altmaier's against that front four of Purdue, not the greatest in the Big Ten, but against that front four, and even with some of the malignment that's happened for the offensive line, I think you're going to see a comfortable Luke Altmaier tomorrow in a 2-touchdown, 2-score win. Let's stick with 2-score win for the Illini. 2-score.
You're not going 2 touchdowns.
No, I'm going to go 2 scores.
I like that.
Yeah. What about you, sir? You ready to get into it?
Yeah, I think I am. I was looking at a lot of this today. It looks like in some markets the line has dropped down to 8.5.
Was it 10.5? Was that where it was?
Well, yeah,
at the highest?
Might have been 10.5.
Yeah.
I saw 9.5 for sure.
Yeah, we talked about that.
So it does look like some money's coming in, and so the line is adjusting. I feel in the depths of my soul, and it's not just because Taylor came out with a record, but I feel incredibly confident that Illinois is going to go over to West Lafayette. They're going to get, finally, we're going to get on a real grass field. And Caden is going to feel that grass on his feet. And Khalil Valentine is going to run like the wind.
Run like the wind blows, Forrest.
With the grass under his feet.
There you go.
Nothing's going to jump up and bite him.
Something that happened to
Something
Forrest.
bit me.
Something bit me. That happened to Forrest. Not going to happen to Khalil.
I think this RPO game that Luke's got going with these running backs and then with Colin Dixon and Hudson Clement and, man, that Justin Boak touchdown on Saturday was just so seamless and smooth. It was beautiful. I've watched it maybe 100 times. And just seeing the ball come out of Luke's hands and Justin Boak is just wide open and walks into the end zone, I think you're going to see that a lot.
I hope it's a Hudson Clement game. I feel like this is shaping up to be one where he can contribute. And he has contributed every week, but if just can't give you a reason why, can't throw out a stat. There's just something that feels like that. I'm not taking away anything from the other Illini receivers.
Right.
But I just like the 10, 15 yards, Hudson Clement. I don't know if that's dink and dunk necessarily, but just killing you in the middle of the field. I'd really like to see some of that.
Give
from
me
the Illini.
not. I would like to get into this.
Okay.
We got a couple minutes.
We got a couple minutes before we have to take a break.
I haven't given my score. I will have a score. But give me not Luke and not Gabe Backus. Give me your MVP of the game.
I mean, I think it goes to running the football, and I'm leading Caden. I think
you're going to do Caden.
Yeah, I really like. I mean, a heavy dose of Caden Fagan. You don't need to get into a shootout with Purdue for any reason whatsoever. Run the football effectively. Do what you've done, setting up play action. I really loved what happened last week. Obviously, not just because of the win, but the game plan that was in place against USC. And the Illini ran the ball effectively. Run the football, you win games.
Okay.
So I really like to see what Fagan's going to do tomorrow.
So you're going Caden Fagan?
Yep, that's my guy.
I'm going to go Khalil Valentine.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that this is Khalil Valentine's first 100-yard rushing performance.
We use the word Oski.
Yeah, we do.
I think he's going to get some wiggle out on that grass field, and he's going to make some people look silly and some goofy. And go ahead and give me an Illini victory.
Yep.
45-21.
45-21. Big one. Love it.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one.
You know, that's more than a 2-score win, as I predicted.
It's at least a 2-score. Go fight in Illini. Come on, baby. That cannon's ours. That's our cannon.
We want that cannon.
We're going to keep it. We're going to drive it over there just to show it to them.
Show it. This is the cannon right
It's
here.
It's our cannon.
Might even put a little dynamite in there like Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny and shoot the cannon off if we want to.
I don't know. Well, it doesn't work.
It doesn't
Are
really
we
work
Bugs or Elmer?
We're Bugs.
Okay, I was about to say, I would rather be the Roadrunner than the Coyote.
And then the Daffy's beak or bill. It's a bill because he's a duck. It's going to spin around and go all over his head. 217-359-2255 is your number on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. 217 says Zeppelin wrote all their music. So did the Beatles, Sabbath, the Stones, Pink Floyd. Yes, I'm not. We were talking about artists right now that are.
You can't say etc.
I mean, I could. Yeah, there's lots. Yes. Yes.
Etc. What does that mean? Like you got to at least a lot of other bands. Cool.
Lots of the classic rock and classic hard rock bands. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. The Beatles are one of the few groups ahead of Taylor in total albums sold.
There's and that list is very short for the artists.
Very short.
I would think. No, I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole because we won't catch a break. The hamster fell off the wheel for a second. Evan saw it happen. She was like, oh, what about that? Nope, I'm not going to do that to myself because we'll be here all night. 217-359-2255 is your number. We still got to get our Friday toast and more on Illinois versus Purdue next on The Drive.
Got a plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical, or sewer problem? Look no further than Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. Locally owned and trusted, Fred's team of professionals is ready to tackle projects both big and small. Why waste time and money on complicated DIY fixes? Fred's experienced team will get the job done right, saving you time, stress, and cash. And when it comes to sewer problems, make sure you call Fred's for a second opinion you can trust. At Fred's, they do it all. No project too big, no project too small. They do insulation, repairs, replacement, and maintenance. And they now offer service agreements. For reliable service, professional expertise, and solutions that work, call Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric today. 217-586-3863. Or go to fredscu.com. You can always trust Fred's.
Take charge of the years ahead with a smart, sound investment strategy and business succession plan. Busey Bank's business and wealth management experts help you envision your best future with powerful insights and proven strategies. Building business and growing wealth since 1868. Busey Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
At Coach House Garages, buildings are more than just garages and backyard sheds. By combining your imagination with their experience, generations of Amish craftsmanship, and the finest quality materials, they build a garage that fits all of your specifications at a budget you can live with. To learn more about what Coach House of Champaign and Danville offers, visit them online at CoachHouseGarages.com or call at 217-351-9073.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
Attention drivers. When it comes to your car, trust matters. That's why savvy drivers choose PDR Automotive for top-notch service and unbeatable quality. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, their team of expert technicians has the skill and experience to keep your vehicle running smoothly. At PDR Automotive, customer satisfaction is their priority, and they won't rest until your car is back on the road performing at its best. Visit PDR Automotive in Urbana today, family owned and operated for more than 50 years. They're what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Want unbeatable prices on your next furniture purchase, but also seeking that local hometown feel? Look no further than Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Customers rave about their friendly, established staff, as well as their great selection, amazing prices, and second-to-none delivery service. They're a third-generation local business, and they've always got your best interests at heart. Find the look you love for less. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, but always available online at kelseyfurniture.com. That's kelseyfurniture.com.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone on why integrity is important at Sarah.
We hire the person. The person makes the deal. The person makes the department. The person makes everyone around them treat people with courtesy and respect. If you have a quality human being, you can play any position, right? We're talking about sports. They can perform in any department, and I could teach someone a job, but I can't teach them to be a good person.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com.
At the UPS Store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need mailbox services, we'll be the mailbox store.
What if my business isn't brick and mortar?
Easy. With our mailbox services, you'll get a real street address instead of a P.O. box.
What if I give you a big bear hug for making my day?
Then get in here, buddy.
The UPS Store can help small business owners be unstoppable with our mailbox services. We'll hold your mail and packages in a safe location. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. The UPS Store locations are independently owned. Product services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
It is The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. My name's Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Talking Illinois versus Purdue. I think it's a 2-score victory for the Illini. You know what? I'll go ahead and put a number on it.
Are you going to put a number on it?
I'll go ahead and I'll put a number on it. All right? I'm going to go 33-17 Illini.
Same score as the USC game against Purdue.
Is that right?
USC beat Purdue 33-17, if I'm not mistaken.
It's the power of Taylor Swift.
The only reason I know that is because one of the Etched in Stone bets was USC to cover, and they did not cover that game.
We're going 33-17 Illini. We're going to
Okay.
go that. John in Camargo says 54-10 Illini, something to prove after last year's game. John, I love it. Love the confidence.
Yeah, send in your guesses to the Maximum City Recycling text line, 217-359-2255. And we're going to keep track of them this week. And maybe we'll have something for whoever gets closest.
Yeah, we'll set something aside at Pia's. Maybe you can come out and see us, and we'll get you hooked up with
if you
something.
get closest, we'll give you something at Pia's.
There you go.
So John's got 54-10. Kurt's got Kurt. Curtis.
I'm Curtis.
Dirty Curdy has got a 33-17.
Don't say it like that. Say Dirty Curdy like that.
I don't have that voice.
Yeah, the Dirty Curdy. Okay, go on.
I got Dirty Curdy over there. I got a problem. I got 45-21 Illinois. So go ahead and send in your guesses with a score, and we'll have a prize for you at Pia's next week if you get closest.
No idea what it'll be, but it'll be something.
It'll be more than my autograph. I can guarantee that.
You've signed a few of those at Pia's.
Listen, when the people want what they want.
Man of the people.
I am. Hey, we got some big games this weekend, Curtis.
Yeah, let's take a look at the rest of the Big Ten slate and kind of do a little who you got. We talked a lot about this, obviously, with our guy Ravi Lula yesterday from Hurrdat Sports. Ravi always takes us on a trip around the Big Ten. So let's start with the 11 a.m. slate, and there's only two games in that 11.
Do we have any music?
Oh, do you want some music?
I think I would love some music behind this, if that's possible.
Of course, I got some music.
I don't do anything with that spaceship over there, so.
Find something for you. I don't know why I'm talking like that at all.
I know what that voice is.
Please don't let it be on the Bears.
No, stop it. It's got nothing to do with the dang Bears. No need. Here we go. A little Black Eyed Peas for you.
Oh, again. Yeah. Okay. Big Ten +2. That's what we're going to call this segment.
Is that what we're doing?
Let's do the Big Ten games and then two of the bigger games of the week.
All right. We'll start with the 11 a.m. slate, and there's not much to it. We already gave you our predictions for Illinois and Purdue tomorrow. Wisconsin at Michigan.
I don't think this game's going to be close.
No.
I think Luke Fickell is about to get run out of town, so I think Michigan is going to win this one big.
Yeah, I look at Michigan to roll. We go to the afternoon slate. We'll start with Penn State at UCLA. You don't even, you're like, you almost laughed. Like, come on, why are you asking me this? Because I got to. That's who's playing.
I guess that's who's playing. Yeah, Penn State.
Penn State should smash them into smithereens.
Yeah.
I am intrigued by Washington going across the country to take on a sneaky Maryland Terps squad in College Park. Your predictions on that one?
I think Washington is going to get this one done. I think it's going to be a close game, but give me Washington to beat Maryland.
All right. Looking at the...
Wait. What about you?
Oh, yeah, I got to say something. Going to be way closer than people are going to like, but I think Washington goes to Maryland and wins. I think Maryland's going to give them all they can handle, though. Here's some Jack Harlow to keep the segment going. Next afternoon games, ULM taking on Northwestern in Evanston. Is this a game that Northwestern can win? Is this the only game they can win? You're making a face going, I don't know about that one, Chief.
You're a Big Ten program, and you're an 11-point favorite over the UL Monroe. What are they, the Warhawks?
Warhawks, great name.
The Warhawks. This is embarrassing. I do think Northwestern wins. I don't think they cover.
Whew. Yeah, I don't know about covering one or the other, but I do think this is one of the lonely wins that Northwestern will get. Going ahead a half hour, last game of the afternoon slate for Big Ten football. Michigan State at Nebraska. That one on Fox Sports 1, if you're wondering.
This was part of our etched in stone bets. I took Nebraska minus 11.5. So, yeah, I think Nebraska wins this, and I think they pull away, especially late.
Yeah, and I'm rolling with you on that one. That is going to be one that'll probably be on my bet slip tomorrow.
Okay.
In the evening game, I don't know if it'll be much of one, but the number one ranked Ohio State Buckeyes welcome the Minnesota Golden Gophers to Columbus. That one nationally televised on NBC, 6:30 kickoff. Your thoughts on that one, sir?
Yeah, the interesting thing about this game is the over-under, the total is dropping like crazy. It's now at 42.5 last week, or today. So that's a low number. I do think Ohio State wins this game. I think it's going to be closer than the spread, and I think it will be under 42.5.
All right. Looking ahead,
you're picking Ohio State.
Yeah,
too,
I'm going to take Ohio State,
right.
And I'm not
all the same.
Not shy about that one at all.
Okay.
There's a couple of games that are intriguing to me, including that Vandy-Bama game, sir. That one,
Vanderbilt.
I think that has the potential to be the game of the weekend.
At Alabama.
Mm-hmm. An overachieving Vanderbilt squad taking on a very underachieving.
They might take offense to that.
I know they will. Hello, Jay Cutler. Love you, buddy.
Dansby?
Yeah. Yes.
Same. I think Alabama, this is the week, they get back to Alabama.
You think?
And I think they win big. I think they beat Vandy big. And Vandy goes back to Nashville feeling a little bit sad.
As one of my favorite broadcasters used to say, not so fast, my friend.
Oh, is this our switch?
This is where we're going to switch. I'm taking Vandy in an upset, and I'm not going to put a number on it, but I think it's going to be very, very close. And I just don't trust this Alabama squad this year. And I really like what I've seen out of Vanderbilt. They can put points on the board. I'm going to roll with Vandy here in a tight one.
All right, the second best game that I'm interested in this week is Miami at Florida State. Number 3 Miami going down to, I think it's number 18 or something, Florida State.
Yeah. Thoughts?
This is a tricky game. It feels like
a trap game.
Well, Miami should win this game,
Yeah.
but the Miami of the most recent years that we've seen is a team that kind of flounders when they should do well. And so give me the upset here. I want Florida State at home to knock off the Hurricanes.
Wow. All right, I'm going to differ with you on that one. I think it is another one that's going to be tight. I'll go this route. Here's how far I'll go. Florida State's going to have the lead at some point in this game. They're going to be winning that game at some point, but I don't think they hold on to that lead. I'm going to take Miami. Heath on the Max Twin City Recycling text line says, Northwestern just beat UCLA last week. Yeah, but nobody watched that game or cared about it, Heath. Jeez.
Yeah, also UCLA might be the worst football program.
I'll take the Battlehawks or whatever they are. The Warhawks?
The Warhawks.
Battlehawks, that's XFL. That's St. Louis's XFL team. I'll take the Warhawks over UCLA, baby.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
UCLA is just... They're not going to win a game this year.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's not good there. All right, that's a trip around the Big Ten. And also, we encourage you to follow our guy, Ravi Lula, on the socials. He's up on our Twitter. Follow us at The Drive 935. Due for one more break. When we come back, our Friday toast. It's The Drive.
When you think about watching football with fans, come to Pia's with great prizes and drink specials. Celebrating 50 years of Pia's, get some of your favorite drinks in the 50th anniversary pint glass. NFL football on Sunday and Monday with up to 6 live games in each slot with the NFL ticket. Don't forget happy hours from 3 to 6 Monday through Friday. 16-ounce drafts $3.50, well drinks $4.50, pitchers of Coors Light, Miller Lite, and Bud Light only $10.50. Pia's for football, 1609 West Springfield Avenue in Champaign.
Hi, Randy Graham here with Curtis Orchard. We're honored by your votes in the News Gazette People's Choice Awards. You voted us best in agritourism. Thank you. Our mission is always to offer fun, educational farm experiences for every guest. Whether you love apple and pumpkin picking, outdoor fun, shopping the country store, or visiting our bakery or Flying Monkey Cafe, our hope is that you make memories with the ones you love. We can't wait to see you again this year. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, or curtisorchard.com. Again, thank you.
You've set your financial goals. One kid plans to go Big Ten, the other Ivy. Your bucket list includes seaside sunrises and sunsets on the slopes, or perhaps a second home away from it all. Busey Bank can help develop the right investment strategy to take charge of the years ahead. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
When feeling better can't wait, visit Christie Clinic Convenient Care. Convenient locations, hours to fit your schedule, and no appointment necessary. Plus, you don't have to be a Christie Clinic patient. Receive health care when and where you need it with Christie Clinic Convenient Care. Christie Clinic accepts Health Alliance and most other major insurance plans. Visit ChristieClinic.com to find the convenient care closest to you.
Illini Volleyball is on the air.
Hey Illini fans, it's head coach Chris Thomas with Fighting Illini Volleyball. This year we celebrate the 100th anniversary of Historic Huff Hall, and I want you to join us for the Party at Huff all season long as we honor a century of incredible moments and build the future of Illinois volleyball together. The energy, the fans, the tradition, you don't want to miss it. Get your tickets now at fightingillini.com. Let's pack Huff and keep the celebration going. ILL.
In 1925, a small plumbing company began its journey in Urbana, Illinois. Over the decades, the business grew thanks to hard work and great people. In 1966, things changed when Dave Reichard, a veteran, met veteran Ken Asklin, who was an architectural engineering grad from Illinois. The two realized their shared vision for excellence. Their partnership took root, and in 1975, the name changed to A&R Mechanical. With Dave as president and Ken as vice president, A&R Mechanical expanded services, becoming the go-to full-service contractor for all of Central Illinois. A&R went from a plumbing-only contractor to a full-service mechanical contractor with their own sheet metal shop. Today, A&R is a plumbing, heating, ventilation service company with the same excellence in customer service as they provided nearly 100 years ago. Design, build, and maintain. That's what served A&R Mechanical for nearly 100 years. Find them at Lincoln and Kettering in Urbana or online at ar-mech.com.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Coming up to the end of the hour, it is ESPN Radio 93.5. It is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Got our Friday toast to get to.
Here we go.
And, man, it's been a good one. Got your text predictions for the Illini and Purdue tomorrow. Big shout-out to our guy, Kyle Tosk, for checking in earlier with Illini Hoops, if you missed any of that. We're going to have a fun conversation with Kyle coming up for you in the next hour. You got your toast ready over there, sir?
Oh, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm. Want to get into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Who are you toasting to?
You know what I'm toasting today? I'm toasting all of our farmers.
Okay.
As I drive in here to the studio out here in Philo, the center of the universe, from Savoy, which is where I live.
Yes.
I drive down a lot of the country roads, and I pass a lot of the combines and a lot of the tractors, and